What if a few simple minutes each morning could clear the fog in your thinking and sharpen the quiet sense that guides you, the one people call the third eye? Today, I'll walk you through 7 morning habits designed to support a clearer, more responsive pineal gland and a calmer, more intuitive mind. These aren't miracles or medical claims. They're practical, low-risk practices you can try at home to cultivate inner clarity and sensitivity. Before we begin, if you have epilepsy, serious eye conditions, detached retina, advanced glaucoma, recent eye surgery, are pregnant and under medical care, or have any significant health concerns, please consult a healthcare professional before doing gaze practices, breathwork, or sudden changes to your routine. If you're unsure, choose the gentler alternatives I'll give you. If this message feels timely, type "ready" in the comments, and I'll pin a free morning checklist there for you. A few words about what people mean when they say decalcify the pineal. The pineal gland is a small, light-sensitive structure deep in the brain that helps regulate sleep and circadian rhythm through melatonin production. Over time, lifestyle, environment, and patterns of light exposure may alter how it functions. When people speak of decalcification, they usually mean restoring better sensitivity and rhythm, improving how the gland responds to light and darkness, and how that influences sleep, dream quality, and inner clarity. The practices I'll describe don't promise a literal chemical reversal or a medical cure. Instead, they are morning habits that many people find supportive of clearer perception, steadier attention, and richer inner life. Morning matters because the way we begin the day, the light we take in, how we hydrate, the alignment of our body and breath, sets a physiological tone that ripples through hours and nights that follow. Habit 1. Gentle dawn light exposure. Why it matters? The pineal is exquisitely sensitive to light. Gentle morning light helps reset circadian rhythm and supports healthy melatonin cycles, which in turn can make your nights deeper and your days clearer. How to practice? As soon as you can after waking, step outside or sit by a window with natural light. Aim for 2 to 10 minutes of soft, indirect dawn or early morning light, long enough to let your eyes and nervous system register the day. Stand or sit comfortably with your shoulders relaxed. Breathe naturally and allow your eyes to take in the ambient brightness without forcing a stare. Do not look directly at the sun at any time. If weather or schedule limits you, open curtains wide and face a bright, non-glare window for a shorter interval. Microguide, safe dawn light routine. Wake, drink a small sip of water, we'll expand on hydration next, move to the light within 5 minutes, and spend 2 to 5 minutes simply allowing your eyes and face to receive the brightness. Notice the way colors appear softer or how shadows shift. If you live where sunrise is inaccessible or you're indoors, mimic the effect with a brief walk near a bright window, or, on particularly dark mornings, use a full-spectrum lamp set at low intensity for a few minutes while keeping gaze relaxed. What you might feel: a gentle widening of attention, a softening of the heavy feeling from sleep, clearer edges in your thinking later in the morning. If you feel eye strain or discomfort, close your eyes and breathe. Shorten the exposure next time and consider the indoor alternative. Habit 2. Hydration and gentle nutrient support. Why it matters. The brain functions best when hydrated. Overnight, we lose fluids and some electrolytes. A mindful morning of hydration supports cellular function and mental clarity without grand claims. How to practice. Within 10 to 20 minutes of waking, drink a glass of room temperature water. Add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon if that feels good. These small additions can support electrolytes for some people, but they're optional. Follow the water with a light, easily digestible breakfast if you're hungry. Whole fruits, a simple porridge, or yogurt with seeds can offer balanced fuel without a heavy insulin spike. Foods many practitioners find supportive for clarity include leafy greens, nuts and seeds, moderate healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, and small portions of protein. None of these are magical, but together they stabilize energy and support cognitive function. Timing and tips. Avoid large sugary breakfasts that spike and crash energy. If you take medication in the morning, follow your prescriber's instructions about fluids and food. If you're experimenting with a slightly alkaline or mineral-rich drink, discuss longer-term changes with a health professional. What you might feel: less brain fog, smoother mornings, reduced midday slumps. If hydration makes you feel lightheaded, slow down and sip more gradually. Consult a provider if symptoms persist. Habit 3. Tritaka, safe morning gaze, and alternatives. Why it matters. Tritaka, a traditional yogic gazing practice, trains attention, calms the mind, and can sharpen inner visual awareness when done safely and gradually. For many, it becomes a keystone habit for a more receptive morning.
Safety first. Do not practice Chitaka if you have epilepsy, recent ocular surgery, severe retinal conditions, or if you feel unsteady emotionally. If you have any doubt, use the non-flame alternatives below and consult a professional. How to practice. Candle gaze variant, morning optimized, and brief. Sit upright on a chair or cushion with your spine long and relaxed. Place a lit candle or a non-flickering light source at eye level about 1 to 3 feet, 30 to 90 centimeters away. If using a candle, choose a steady flame and avoid strong drafts. Rest your hands on your knees or lap. Soften your face and relax the jaw.
Gaze gently at a stable point on the lower part of the flame. Or, if the flame is too distracting, choose the base where the color is calmer. Keep the blink reflex natural. Do not force your eyes open without blinking. Start with a single minute of focused gaze. When you feel ready, gently close your eyes and observe the after image or inner light for 30 to 60 seconds. That completes one cycle. Repeat up to 3 cycles for a total practice of 3 to 11 minutes to begin with. Alternatives for sensitive people. If you're photosensitive, have epilepsy, or simply want a gentler option, draw a small black dot on a white card and place it at eye level, or use a steady, non-flickering LED lamp pointed at a reflective object. The essential quality is a single, unwavering point of focus rather than shifting attention. Safety cues and boundaries. Stop immediately if you experience visual disturbances beyond normal tearing or mild pressure, dizziness, headache, or strong emotional distress. Avoid prolonged staring. If your eyes water, that's often simply the eyes adjusting. Close your eyes and rest afterward. If you have medical concerns, choose the non-gaze alternatives or consult an eye specialist before continuing. Progression. Begin with 1 minute per cycle, 2 to 3 cycles several times a week, then gently increase frequency as you observe comfort and benefit. Many practitioners report better focus, a calming of mental chatter, and more vivid inner imagery after a few weeks. Always progress at your pace. Habit 4. Short breathwork to anchor the nervous system. Why it matters. Breath regulates the nervous system. A simple, safe breath sequence in the morning helps settle the mind, regulate the heart rate, and create a steady field for subtle awareness to emerge. How to practice. Begin seated, eyes softly downcast or closed after your gaze practice. Try box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Repeat for 3 cycles. Keep the breath gentle. If you become lightheaded, return to natural breathing. Alternatively, try a slow 3-part breath. Inhale slowly into the belly for 3 counts, continue to the chest for 3, then a short pause. Exhale slowly for 6 counts. This is calming and easy to integrate even if you have little time. Timing and integration. Breathwork can be practiced for as little as 60 to 90 seconds and still be effective. Use it immediately after dawn exposure or after Trautica to anchor the state you've created. What you might feel: a sense of steadier attention, a slight lowering of heart rate, and a clearer inner quiet. If breathwork triggers anxiety or unusual sensations, stop and rest. Consider practicing shorter intervals or working with a trained instructor. Habit 5. Gentle movement and spinal alignment. Why it matters. The relationship between neck posture, cranial alignment, and nervous system tone is intimate. Gentle morning movement opens the neck, releases tension around the skull base, and supports clearer circulation and breath, conditions that favor an alert, receptive mind. How to practice. Begin with 3 to 5 minutes of slow, mindful mobility. Seated or standing, gently tilt the chin toward the chest and roll the head slowly from side to side. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale as you soften the shoulders. Add shoulder rolls and gentle twists. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward with a soft bend in the knees. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to twist lightly to the right, then to the left. Include a short spinal roll or cat-cow motion if you're on a mat. On an inhale, lift the chest and tailbone. On an exhale, round the upper back and tuck the chin. Finish with a standing posture reset. Feet hip width, knees slightly soft, tailbone tucked under just enough to feel length without strain, shoulders back and down. What to notice? The neck and upper back are common holding zones for tension linked to headaches and mental fog. Mindful openness here often translates into easier breathing and a lighter headspace. Move slowly and avoid aggressive stretches. Use pain as your signal to stop or modify a movement. Habit 6. Mindful journaling and dream review.
Why it matters. The morning is a fertile time for insight. Dreams, fleeting impressions, and the residue of night can reveal patterns or guidance. Writing captures these subtle messages and creates a feedback loop for inner clarity. How to practice. Keep a small journal and pen by your bedside. Immediately after waking, jot down any dream fragments, images, emotions, or even single words that come to mind. Don't worry about narrative or sense, just record. Later, after your light exposure, gaze, breath, and movement, spend 3 to 5 minutes writing a morning page. Note how you feel, any intentions, and one question you're holding for the day. Use prompts like, what did I dream about? What feeling is present? What would clarity want me to notice today? If a compelling image or line appears in your journal, underline it and revisit it later in the day. How this supports the pineal clarity axis. Dreams and morning impressions are intimately connected to pineal rhythm and sleep quality. Recording them trains attention to subtle inner signals and helps integrate nocturnal material into conscious life, often leading to greater intuitive coherence. What you might feel: increased continuity between night and day, surprising insights, or clearer priorities. If journaling stirs difficult emotions consistently, consider talking with a therapist or trusted guide as you integrate. Habit 7. Grounding and simple intent setting. Why it matters. A brief grounding practice ties together your morning routine and sets a focused tone for decisions and actions. Intention acts like a conscious filter that organizes attention throughout the day.
How to practice. Stand barefoot on natural ground if possible, grass, soil, or even cool wood. If you can't go outside, place hands on a wooden table or plant a foot firmly on the floor. Take 3 slow breaths. Feel contact points with the earth, and notice the weight of your body. State one clear, kind intention for the day aloud or silently. Today I choose clarity, or I will move with patience, or a personal line that resonates. Combine this with a short centering affirmation, 2 to 4 sentences, and allow the words to settle. Finish by placing a hand over the heart for a few breaths. Micro rituals for busy mornings. If time is tight, do a 30-second grounding. Press feet into the ground, inhale deeply, feel the exhale, say your intention. Small rituals repeated daily accumulate more than long, sporadic practices. What you might feel: a steadier decision-making posture, fewer impulsive reactions, and a felt sense of purpose. If grounding brings up anxiety or a flood of sensation, slow the practice and breathe. Grounding is about present safety, not forcing feelings away. Putting the pieces together, integration and progression. Start gently. If you're new, choose 2 to 3 habits to practice daily for the first week. Dawn light, hydration, and a short breath sequence are a minimal, potent trio. Add Tradika 2 to 3 times a week as you grow comfortable, and use the journaling and grounding practices daily or on alternate mornings. A suggested progression for the first month. Week 1, daily light plus water plus 1 minute of breathwork. Week 2, add 2 cycles of Tradika on alternate days. Week 3, introduce gentle movement every morning. Week 4, commit to morning journaling and daily intention setting. Track your routine in a simple way, 1 column for each habit and short notes about sensations. Many people find that consistency, even in small doses, is the key. Short practices done daily are more integrative than long sessions done seldom. Frequency guidance for clave practices. Dawn light, daily. Hydration and light food, daily. Tradika, gaze, start few times per week and build to daily only if comfortable. Breathwork, daily, 1 to 3 minutes. Movement, daily or most days. Journaling, at least 3 times a week, daily if you can. Grounding, daily or whenever you need a reset. How to notice change. Keep simple markers. Quality of dreams, ease of waking, reduced brain fog, steadier decisions, fewer mid-afternoon energy crashes, and quiet moments of inner seeing or clarity. Changes may be subtle and gradual. Many practitioners report shifts after 2 to 6 weeks of consistent practice, though everyone's timeline is different. Common sensations and how to interpret them. Expectations matter. People commonly report tearing, a gentle pressure or warmth at the forehead, more vivid dreams, clearer mental edges, and increased receptivity to subtle impressions. These are usually normal and can indicate the nervous system is moving into a new rhythm. If you experience persistent headaches, sharp eye pain, strong dizziness, visual distortions beyond mild after images, or emotional destabilization, pause and consult a health professional. If Trataka brings on unusually intense imagery or panic, stop the practice, rest your eyes, breathe slowly, and consider seeking guidance from a qualified instructor. Always prioritize safety and slow progression. The goal is steady, sustainable clarity, not dramatic acceleration. A few practical safety reminders. Do not stare directly at the sun. Use safe dawn light practices or indirect full-spectrum light indoors. If you have epilepsy, avoid prolonged or intense gaze practices and consult your neurologist before trying Tritaka. Use alternatives like the dot-on-wall method. For serious eye conditions, detached retina, recent surgery, glaucoma, get clearance before trying any concentrated gazing practice. Breathwork should be gentle. If you become dizzy, stop and breathe normally until you feel steady. If any practice triggers emotional flooding or depersonalization, pause and seek professional support. Ground yourself and reduce intensity. A note on supplements and detox language. You may hear claims online about supplements, special diets, or supplements that decalcify the pineal. Approach these with care and skepticism. Certain foods, leafy greens, omega-3 rich seeds and nuts, and adequate hydration support overall brain health for most people, but no single supplement guarantees a specific effect on the pineal. If you consider supplements, discuss them with a qualified healthcare provider who knows your medical history. A short practice to try now, 5-minute morning flow. If you have a few minutes right after waking, try this compact morning flow. Stand by a bright window for 2 minutes of gentle dawn exposure while sipping a small glass of water. Sit and do 1 minute of box breathing. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. If you feel comfortable, do one 1-minute cycle of Tritaka on a dot-on-wall or a small lamp. Gaze gently, close your eyes and observe for 30 seconds. Finish by writing 1 line in your journal about how you feel and setting 1 clear intention for the day. That's a complete micro-routine you can adapt as you have time. Who notices results and when? Different people notice different changes. Those who already practice mindfulness or maintain regular sleep patterns often perceive subtler shifts sooner. People with irregular sleep, high stress, or hormonal changes may take longer. Expect incremental change rather than overnight transformation. Notice patterns. Is your dream recall improving? Do you find decisions feel clearer? Has your reaction to stress softened? Those small cues are meaningful signposts. If you want to go deeper, an optional guided path. If you'd like a structured, gradual path that walks you through these habits with progressive daily prompts, guided audios, and journaling templates, I've created a 21-day guided program designed to help you integrate these morning practices safely and sustainably. It's optional, and it's there for people who prefer a step-by-step companion. If you're interested, you'll find the link in the description and the pinned comment. Remember, the core work is consistency and attunement, not speed. Closing invitation. Try one habit for the next 3 mornings, perhaps the dawn light or the short breath routine, and notice what shifts. If you're up for it, type "ready" below and tell me which habit you'll try first. Share a short note after a week. I and many others in this community would love to hear what you notice. Practice with care, honor your limits, and trust the small, steady work of morning ritual. May your mornings become gentler, clearer, and more aligned with the quiet guidance inside you. If you want the 21-day guide to walk with you through this process, check the description or the pinned comment for the link. It's there as a supportive next step, not a requirement. Thank you for making space for that first calm minute of the day.